Hey music teachers, if you're trying to reset your classroom culture, you found the right place. Today we're going to be talking about creating a culture of honesty in your music room. Last week I discussed giving kids freedom to make mistakes, so if you missed that video, make sure you go back and check it out and then come back and watch this one. So being honest in your classroom is very important because it builds trust with your students, and students always know which teachers are being honest with them and which ones are blowing smoke. At its most basic level in the music classroom, you start by giving honest and timely musical feedback. So when you cut students off after they have just performed a bit, you don't just say, "good job," and then move on. Some examples of honest and specific feedback would be, "Yes, I really love the way you did that crescendo. Saxophones, great job on those staccatos. Sopranos, nice improvement on the phrasing." On the flip side of that, you also want to be honest and specific with things that need to improve. So saying things like, let's try that again, but with better diction than last time. Or cellos, let's check those Fs. They need to be sharp and not natural. Or even so far as to say, yikes, that sounded choppy. Let's try it again, but connect more. After a few weeks of this, students are going to become used to hearing kind and firm but honest feedback on their musical development. And that's when you can start to encourage students to give that feedback to each other. So the whole ensemble can listen to the trumpets perform this section and then give feedback. And remember, it's important to encourage students to be kind to each other, not attacking, just constructive feedback. This is all important because between you and your ensemble and between the members of the ensembles themselves, this is what starts to build trust among everyone. And students will start to depend on you and the other members for honest feedback. Then while you're building that musical trust, the magic happens. Just like when we talked about last week, where the accountability for mistakes starts to bleed into the personal relationships between you and your ensemble members, this will happen with trust as well. This is the important part. That's when students will start to really accept and internalize your feedback on non-musical things. Like when you say, "I'm really proud of you for handling XYZ," or "I was really impressed with how you handled this or that." And just like on the musical feedback, they will accept and internalize the constructive feedback. So when you say something like, "I was really disappointed when you ABC," or "when you did XYZ, here's how it affects the people around you negatively." The trust that you build through these interactions, both musical and personal, are what will make students feel at home in your program and like they can be themselves and still be accepted and successful. That's it for this week, and make sure you give us a subscribe or a follow, because next week I'll continue this series on culture by talking about modeling healthy work relationships for your students. Catch you next time.